I am going to lose my fucking mind. I fucking crashed again, but this time it was a bigger crash. This time my entire VR crashed. I don't know why, I don't know how, I just know it did. And I love that. I absolutely love to see pitch black space twice. It's worse because I didn't crash the first time out of VR. I simply crashed to desk or my OBS. Alright, bear with me. Also, the person on Kick that was asking questions, they were just doing a hustle, you know. They were asking about art, if I, needed a graphic designer of some kind, which is a no, but, people on their grind. I just banned them, unfortunately. I am not the person who will buy your art, unfortunately, because I'm broke. Sorry. Sorry, I was getting a drink. I also turned off the Horizon fog again. I think my voice is fucked. Alright, so... yeah, my OBS just fully crashed my PC, I guess. Or not my PC. My VR. It was either the fact that I was using the overlay, or it was the fact that I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know how to do all this stuff. I just know Steam Dashboard has been causing me nothing but problems, and every time I've ever crashed in stream, it's been when I open up the Steam OVR or Steam Dashboard. What can I do? You know? I just kinda gotta deal with it as best I can. Ow! I just punched my desk, or not my desk, my chair. Look at, I'm bald. Just gonna go over here, turn off world sounds, and off the horizon fog. Sorry, I was just turning on the rain too. Uh, yeah, man, I'm all kinds of fucked up right now. Like, not drunk, but just like all over the place. um, what am I doing? I need to. Alright, I'm gonna try theater mode instead. And like, drop that in the world so it's always present and I don't have to like bring up virtual desktop to, or, Steam VR to touch this. And then I'm going to here and put that on the other screen so I can interact with it if I need to. Hey Opti, or not Opti, Oni. Sorry, Odames. So I was saying earlier, do you think it's better with, um, oh, there's the ring. Do you think it's better with music or without music in my stream? Oh, am I crashing? I'm stuck? I'm not stuck. Okay, I thought I was stuck. I know I was stuck. It was my, theater mode. I think that's good for now. And then I want the moon back in the background, so. But now I feel like I'm dark again. Nope, no idea. Anyway. Anyway, I I was talking to that new person for a moment, but they turned out to be an art buyer or art seller, so now it's just a matter of what is everyone else doing. I feel like everyone's dead. And I feel like I'm not very engaging right now because I don't know what to talk about. So I'm just kinda here. I'm just existing. I appreciate you guys for listening to me yap though. And I appreciate you putting up with my terrible voice at the moment. Gross. Sorry, clearing throat. I can't mute myself. Yeah. I just need something to drink. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. I'm over here now. So yeah, No, Oni, I was wondering, do you think it's better with, the fact that there's a stream without music, or do you think the music is, like, kinda missing and needed? What do you think? Ow, that's annoying. Wrong camera. Yeah, it's not needed, but I was just wondering if it feels empty without it because I don't talk a lot. Sometimes I do yap quite a bit if the topic comes up, but I don't know. I feel like kind of neutral. I mean, again, it's like with music, then you have the guarantee, like, standard Twitch interaction, right? You have a wiggly mute, you're vibing out to the music, you can jam with them, and it's like, you don't need to use your Spotify, but without it, then the focus is just on me, and that's not great, but not terrible. But also, again, it lets you guys, like, do whatever you want, right? One sec, I wanna go check something in the settings. Let's try that. Um, yeah, it's a bit better. You can see me now. Mm, yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't. I'm kind of all over the place mentally. And so it's like, in these moments where I'm like, I'm very much like unsure if I want to keep streaming or not. Because I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not talking about anything. So I feel like I shouldn't be live. Because I'm like, what am I offering you? I don't feel like I offer enough. So, like, self-berating feeling of like, oh, I should only stream if I'm like yapping a shit ton. And then I'm like, but it doesn't matter, does it? Because people come and go, and I just gotta keep myself occupied. I think that's the hard part. I think that's the hard part. Um, it is when I I might come by just to say happy birthday in a minute, but that's if I end. And if I do, I'll probably hop off if I do that, because I feel like if I do, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm trying to ignore some, like, very loud thoughts. So that's why I'm streaming. And even if I'm, like, there in that world and, like, you know, watching movies with you guys, I feel like the thoughts are very loud. So this was my way of trying to, like, force myself to be okay with it. Because if I'm streaming, I'm less likely to, like, think about it, I think. But it's not true because I'm thinking about it right now, right? I hate that, like, weighing options is the same as 6-7. Like, this pisses me off. Like, this was a thing before 6-7. It's like, if you're like, should I do this or that? This or that? This or that? No, no, it's, oh, 6-7? Like, go fuck yourself. I'm so sorry, but no. That was a normal hand gesture. It meant nothing. But this or that? Weighing options. Fuckers. Ugh. I hate that that's a thing. I hate everything about modern slang because I'm an old person. And in my head, it's like, it was always this, or it was always this, or it was always this, and it changed. And the way that it's changed doesn't make sense to me because logically, I'm like, this is such a stupid word, or this is such a stupid concept. LOLXD random has always existed, but it's getting dumber because of AI and people writing shitty music. I am old, I am angry. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Rant. Angry rant. Maybe I'll just go to sleep. I'm not tired enough to, but if I lay down and force myself, maybe I will. I honestly don't know. A secret for you. A secret. Secretly, I, like an idiot, am hoping that someone reaches out to me, specifically this one person, to do something like hang out, spend time, and for things to be how they used to be. But I know they're not going to. And I know I shouldn't hope for it. And I know I should give up. And I don't want to. I really don't want to. That's my secret. I think like you. Yeah, that's fair. It's not a very uncommon problem, is it? It's unfortunately a very common problem. My tummy kinda hurts too. Is what it is, isn't it? It just is what it is. It's okay though. Life just is what we make of it. And what I make of it is nothing. I wish I made more of it, and I wish that I didn't care. I wish that it was simply a matter of just, you know, find new people. But it's not. Because no matter how great someone new might be, the one you want, the one you miss, the one that you care about, you can't let that go. Because if you do, you're admitting that it's over. And that hurts. And that's scary. Well, thank you. This avatar was made by my friend Moonboo. I turned it into a slime. Sorry, you came during a very heavy moment, Cyberfox. I am so sorry. Your timing is impeccable. But I'm glad that you like the avatar. But yeah, this is an avatar called Neat by Moonboo. She's a lovely, lovely streamer, a wonderful friend, and she gave me the avatar itself, and then I just, made it see-through. No, you're fine. You didn't could do anything wrong. I'm the one being a sappy bitch. I'm the one that's crying. No, I'm not crying right now, but I am very much just a little bit in my head. And if you have anything that you'd rather talk about, I am so game. Because I thrive on other people's, interests. Like, if you have anything you like, hit me with it, because I will talk about anything. But if I'm left to my own devices, then I end up talking about sad things. Or I'll talk about experiences, but typically I try not to get too deep into the sad stuff, so apologies. And yeah, don't worry, you're good. But yeah, if you like this avatar and you play VR chat and you wanted to know what it was, it's called Neat, and it's made by a lovely person. I could show you what it looks like without slime. Let me just move downwards, because I don't know what it's wearing. I don't go naked, but at the same time, you never know it's streamer safe anymore. Alright, I'm wearing the bra and everything, we're good. This is what it looks like without much editing. I just, toggled clothes and hair colors. So this is, the default look of this avatar, and it's cute, I like it, but at the same time, it's not, custom to me anymore. It's very much just default settings, and that's cool and all, but it's not what I want, not what I like. At the same time, though, I do really like it, though. It's cute. It's very, soft face, very just sweet. So yeah, very good avatar by Moonboo. So sorry to hit you with, sappiness right when you got here. Yeah, I do it to her other avatar too. This is her other one. Oh, camera just went upside down. I don't know why it went upside down, but this is the other one. The little guy in my head is a lot more, freaked out, though. I don't know why. I have to fix the bones. But yeah, this is the other one. Same style, basically, just slightly different hair and, details. But I like them both. I like slime. I like the, just the overall appeal of it. It's cute. And it's different, you know? You don't see people, doing this to their avatars too often, so it feels nice to just add the touch. This one has face tracking, but I don't have face tracking. Very sad. Very unfortunate. How's your night been though, Cyber? What have you been up to? You just VR chat streamer hopping, or what are you doing? Also, where I live right now, it is so windy. I'm constantly thinking one of my windows is gonna get blown open by it. It's so bad. Because I have a window unit in my, I have an AC unit in my window, I mean. And the way it's set up is really stupid because it's the kind of window that opens left to right, not up and down. So the gap is filled in with styrofoam to keep the temperature. It's awful. And the wind is constantly blowing, so I'm like, any minute now, that wind is gonna knock this through my window. Because it's knocking over trash cans. Like, there are trash cans just, like, strewn down the street. It's really bad. So, yeah. I'm just, yeah. Yeah. It hasn't been bad as a good thing, then. That means it's not bad at all, right? It means it's not great, but have you been up to anything fun? Or is it... Excuse me. Oh my god. Or is it mostly just kind of mixed bag? Not great, not terrible, just exist. Damn. I really wish not VR chat, Discord worked correctly though. I might end up uninstalling Discord. I think I might uninstall Discord and reinstall it. Much as I don't want to. It feels like it's the only way to fix it. Hmm. Um, Normally when someone's streaming on Discord will change your status to purple. And it's not that big of a deal, but it would let my friends know why I don't, like, respond, you know? I could go and do not disturb, but I don't like that either. So, I don't know. I just wish that it worked properly at the moment, but... I don't know. I used the installation feature again. Like, I downloaded the file and I did a repair, basically. And unfortunately, the repair didn't fix it fully because it worked for 2 seconds. When I went live earlier, it showed me as purple for all of 2 seconds while I was typing in the my Discord, the at everyone. And motherfucker, it went back. It went back to green. I said, okay. Oh, okay. Pathfinder, wait, that's D&D, right? Got home from Pathfinder. I used to do roleplay. I almost did roleplay stream today, like GTA. And then I saw that there weren't that many players on the server that I used to main, so I was like, I'll wait until a busier day. Everyone right now is on this other server, and I hesitate, but maybe it's fine. I'd have to apply though. Pretty much D&D. Okay, okay. Sorry, I am generalizing too much, but I know it like has something to do with D&D. When I used to roleplay, I used to do a lot of voices though. Now if I roleplay, I want to do like the trans voice, but that's hard to kind of like force myself to. Too self-conscious. And I also just feel like I don't know what I'm gonna do, so I'll probably end up making a therapist all over again. Because it's like the easiest way to kind of force myself back into RP, as well as giving characters an avenue to talk to somebody. So, I might do a non-government, what do you call that? Therapist. And just talk to people again. I miss roleplay, but at the same time I don't. It's very much a mixed bag. Roleplay has always been like, either really fun or really boring, and there's almost no in between. So like, streaming it was interesting because like, When it was engaging, obviously you can't interact with chat. And then when it was boring, that's all you did was interact with chat. Also, thank you for the follow, Snuggly VR. It was on Kick. I play on NoPixel, which these days has a bad rap, I think. But then again, Chase RP is run by, I think, Penta, so people have very mixed feelings about that. Who knows, though? Maybe it's all fine. I... I don't know. It is very much a mixed bag. But who knows, it could be fine. I just know my other streamer friend, when he went back to NoPixel, he got ocean dumped on it the first day he tried to play again. Which, in GTA roleplay, ocean dumping is how you wipe someone's memory. You give them such a bad injury that they end up having to wake up in the hospital not knowing what they're doing. You know that one? I haven't played in recent years, but the last time I played GTRP, or played NoPixel, I was still playing Bob Moss, which was a therapist back in 3.0. So 3.0 up until 4.0, I was very consistently just role-playing as this therapist, and the whole time doing a much deeper voice than this one. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I miss doing therapy for people. And so part of me is like, well, I can make, you know, a therapist again, but this time a woman, and try to my best to do something interesting. I see, I see. Yeah, it's a very interesting environment. It's very difficult to like commit to, because a lot of times you're like, the main ways to get into roleplay is through being a gangster or a cop. And those are very, you know, not great fields. Also, thank you for the follow, Cyberfox. The other way that like most people engage with roleplay was as like self-inserts, so the character was literally themselves, but in GTA. And so, yeah, you found that like, I don't know, it's just like, when you engage with people, it was either you were engaging with self-inserts, self-insert gangsters, or self-insert cops. Very seldom did it feel like you're engaging with someone who is playing an actual character. So oftentimes it felt like people were getting angry out of character for things that happened in character, and people were afraid to make choices because they cared too much about the end result. It was very, very mixed feelings. But alas, what can you do? Also, yeah, I don't stream VR very often. I do it like once a week at most. I try not to like, I don't know, I just try not to vary myself too much, but I should probably just do whatever's interesting in the moment to me. Also, this cloud right here kind of looks like a dragon. Do you see it? Do you see a dragon here? Or like a dog or something? Crocodile. Am I crazy? Like there's the mouth. No? Maybe? It's probably just my imagination, but Final Fantasy XIV's RP community. Yeah, you see it too? Hell yeah. No, Final Fantasy XIV, I have never engaged in the RP community there. I do know they have an ERP community there. Like a really, really, really busy one. And that the biggest mod for it got banned, and everyone lost their shit. Excuse me. But yeah, I don't know. I've got no judgment to the people who like GTA roleplay or Final Fantasy. To me, it's all the same at the end of the day. Are you having fun? Are you hurting anybody? No. Then who cares? But I wanted to. I wanted to help people. I like helping people. Helping people is like one of the few ways that I feel like I'm actually doing something correct. And it's kind of a fucked up thing to associate your self-worth to. Bad habit. But I do. And it's got me this far. So, who knows? Maybe I'll just lazily do that again and see how people react. I get the feeling I'll get hit with red tape pretty quickly though, where people are like, actually, you can't do therapy unless you're a doctor. And if you're not a doctor, then you have to go do the course for it. You have to apply for it, blah, blah, blah. I really hope that's not the case. I really hope people just let me do whatever I want. Because that's how I operated before. And there were people who would ask, like, oh, are you with the government? And I was like, no. And they're like, so if I go to court and I need like a therapist thing, can you do it? I was like, well, technically I don't see why you can't, but I suppose that's up to the court and if they recognize me as one or not. And oftentimes they did, because enough people knew me. I think. Who knows? I never questioned it, and I never talked to the police about it. But I was one of the few therapists that were around, so that the police relied on me anyway, so it was great. I even did therapy for the cops once. That was a lot of fun. Very chaotic. I miss that. I miss a lot of those kinds of times. So that's what's kind of like drawing me back in. But, you know, other than that, I've just been playing cozy games. I'm gonna probably play Hytale tomorrow. Not tomorrow. What, fucking 2 days from now? Do you primarily play like RPGs? Or like role-playing games your primary, or just one hobby of many? Oh, January 13th. Fuck. Still have some time to wait. I forgot. Sorry, I'm just making sure my thingy is still working. It's definitely been on the fritz, so there's a little bit of worry in there, where I'm like, I'm not live right now, am I? So no, I'm just like checking other tabs every now and then to make sure my stream is still running properly. Yippee! Um, don't even sweat it. I appreciate it, nonetheless, that you're still hanging. Um, yeah, no. Yeah, what games do you play? What is your go-to? Because I'm looking forward to Hytale. I play Vintage Story, modded Minecraft, like, um, Stardew Valley clones, which are actually Harvest Moon clones, but when I say Harvest Moon, people are like, what's that? And I have to explain. Harvest Moon is what inspired Stardew Valley. And then I just sound like a fucking hipster. So, I just say whatever people know. I got in trouble once for saying that a game was like Overwatch. Because they're like, do you mean a hero shooter? And I was like, I mean, yeah, but most people know more when I say Overwatch. If I say hero shooter, they kind of don't know what I mean. They have to ask clarifying questions. So if I say hero shooter and they go, oh, like Overwatch? Same fucking thing at the end of the day. Just like me, when I asked you about Pathfinder, I was like, oh, is that like D&D? It's like, yeah, exactly. It is like D&D. Cool. No, I'm just teasing. But, mostly RPGs and some FPS. Let me guess. Baldur's Gate. The Gate of Bald. Gate of your bald. Mostly RPG and FPS though. I don't know, FPS games are something that escape me. I always make an excuse that I'm too old to get, like, better at them, so I try not to play them. But some people are like, oh, you're not too old. I'm like, you have not seen me try. It is not a pretty picture. Your gate is bald. Ayo. Certified bottom freak. Oh, let me see. So yeah, I play lots of boring games. Oh, Ghost of Tsushima is one that I actually wanted to go back to. I've been wanting to play it with friends because I remember they added like a multiplayer to it, and so that looked fun. Final Fantasy 14 for 14 or there's no shot that game's been out for 14 years. You're fucking with me, right? Final Fantasy 14 is not 14 years old right now. You're joking, right? That would mean it came out in like 2012 or 2013. Or no, 14 years, so 2012 or 2001 or 2011. Ain't no way. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me you're wrong. I mean, tell me I'm right. That the game came out sooner than that. I would love to hear it. Also, I gotta reply to this invite request because I am currently streaming. Oh boy, my tummy kind of bleh. But anyway, no. Someone tell me with Google right now, because I'm afraid to touch my overlay. So someone tell me, has Final Fantasy XIV been out for 12 years? Or 14 years? Please, I need to know. I don't care if you look at 1.0 or not, but how long has Final Fantasy XIV been a thing? I am absolutely flabbergasted. Final Fantasy XIV 2.0 was released in 2013. I'm going to the old folks' home. I give up. That's it for me. I'm done. I'm dust. I am evaporated milk. I am just a poof of dust in your face. Hey Rory, I'm just streaming for a bit. I would have let you join though normally, but I didn't want to make you like be content for no one. But hello. I hope you've been having a lovely day. I'll probably come say hi to you soon. I'm probably gonna stop streaming soon. We'll see. I'm just going with vibe. I'm just lamenting the fact that Final Fantasy XIV has existed that long. Oh my god. I'm gonna be... This hurts. Yeah. No worries, Rory. I really do appreciate your company, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to see you the last few days. You're very, very awesome. I wouldn't be great company anyway, because my head is kind of bleh at the moment. Whoa, what the fuck? What does that say you did? Subscribe for no, what the fuck, Cyber? Yo, that's crazy. That's a lot of money to waste. Why'd you do that? Tier 3 month for 6 months. I've never seen those icons combine, so... Cyber. That's very sweet. Thank you. Let's say if you still want to stick around after I say I am 36 and I am going to be 37 in, what do you call it? In February. Doesn't that hurt? Like I'm dust. I'm old. I'm gonna go get a walker and I'm gonna go and play video games. I love playing old school Mario. I'm doing mediocre. Oh, Yukino, thank you for the follow. I hope you're having a lovely night too. Aw, that's awesome, dude. You're also 34, 35. Let's go. High five, Old People's Club. High five. I appreciate it very much, though. Very, very sweet of you. I'm doing alright. You've already skipped out on the part of the stream where I was talking very negatively for a little bit and almost crying. So, and it wasn't because anyone did anything. It wasn't because of anything too specific. It was more like I was going deep into like kind of a philosophical talk about my own emotional state, especially regarding like the feeling of being a burden to others, you know? It's a very submissive mindset, I was told. But the short of it was basically I struggle heavily with the idea of being a burden on other people. So like the best example I always give is like if I need to park on a busy street and you're behind me or anyone's behind me, I'm instantly paralyzed by the idea of like completing the job, because if I can't do it quickly, I'm making all these people wait and all of them are going to be angry, and that shouldn't matter. It should not matter, but it does. And it does, and it makes me worried. And then I get in my head, and then I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. It's just too hard. It's scary. And none of them care. None of those people behind you care. I am projecting the feeling of anger on all of them based upon past experience with other people. My father, my mother, you name it. People who have been very aggressive or frustrated, you have to do it right quickly, that kind of thing. Like all these things are clearly embedded in me by parental figure as well as like my peers. Your fiance has had burden trauma for almost her entire life and is doing better within recent years. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, you can get a high five, Rory. Also, you all can get a hug for being sweet to me, so thank you. Appreciate the kindness. Yeah, no, I I'm aware that I struggle with this burden, like trauma of my own, and I'm aware that I also, because of it, enable people, like bad behaviors towards me. Oh my god. Thank you for gifting 5 subs. That's actually so, so sweet. Cyber, you really don't have to do all that. Thank you. Um, don't be nice to me when I'm being emotional. You will make me fucking cry. Bad timing, bad timing. Don't do this to me. Um, okay, so focus, focus. So yeah, no, burden trauma is definitely something I guess is, I've never put the name to it. I usually call it, on the other hand, I call it like, hyper empathy, right? Where it's like I'm constantly thinking about how you might be feeling, and even if you haven't told me that you feel it, it's like on my mind, and it also stops me from telling people how I feel sometimes, because I fear that, let's say, um, I'm gonna read that in a second, but I know I'm gonna lose my train of thought, so bear with me for 2 seconds, right? But I mentioned this earlier, and I almost cried because of it, so I will keep myself together this time because I've already said it once. Okay. Okay, so if I tell you that I'm hurting, that I'm struggling, that I have these problems, or that I worry about things, or things make me sad, it makes me worry that you are going to go out of your way, and that's the key, go out of your way to do something kind for me. That makes me feel even more pressure and sadness and burden because then I'm like, I'm making you feel like you have to be here or have to support me or have to be kind to me because I am struggling. And I don't want that. It's like, I don't want people to feel like they have to be here and lurk for me or chat with me if they don't want to. Because in my mind, and this is the fucked up thing, and I know, like, saying these things out loud are all terrible in my mind, but I'm doing it anyway because it's like, I know other people can relate maybe, but the idea is that, like, I don't feel like I'm worthy. I still struggle with self-worth. I still struggle with the idea that, like, anyone actually likes me. It's stupid, it's fucked up, and I would tell anyone that's not true. Anyone who's not me, I would tell them. People obviously are going to do what they want to do. If someone likes you, they're going to be around you. If they aren't around you, you've probably just got them at a bad time. They're busy, and that's okay. But in my mind, it's like, I don't have anything to offer. And this is, again, not fishing. You guys don't have to say anything about this, okay? Um, it's just me expressing, like, the weird, stupid thought process that goes on in here. So, yeah, I don't get it. And because I don't get it, I'm immediately defaulting to a projection where the only other reason why you would be here is the same reason I would be somewhere that I wouldn't normally be. I don't watch Twitch streams very often, but I lurk for friends, and it's not that I don't find them interesting, it's just that there's other things I'd rather do, right? So to me, it's like, if I'm lurking, I'm doing it just because I want to support a friend, and because I like them. For me, that's how I view it, but I don't project that same emotion on you. So Rory, for instance, is a friend. Um, if Rory wasn't here or was here and lurking for me, I would think that they're doing it because they're worried about me. That, like, oh, if I don't lurk for Ilwak now that I know that they stream, they're going to be sad. And that's not the case. I don't feel that way. If you guys weren't here, I just go, they're busy. I'm smarter than that, but, like, these are all stupid thoughts. Like, believe me, I know. So I'm sorry for voicing them, but I'm just kind of, sharing. And yeah, they make use of the treasure train, I see. And yeah, Rory, I also know that the more I understand myself, like understand my triggers for things like this, and understand my reason for feeling the things that I do, the more I can actually grow from it and actually fix these problems within myself, or at least make the voices a little bit quieter. So, I'm working on it. I really am. It's just hard. Okay, so Yukino said, See, I have PTSD, and that's one of the feelings I feel, so I understand to an extent. I can assure you that we all care and you're stronger than you think. And I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, you just found me, apparently, Yukino, unless you're someone I already know. But, I do appreciate it all the same, and I'm just teasing. I hope you know, though, that you're, appreciated, and I'm glad you shared your experience as well. And I'm glad you also shared your experience with your partner, Rory. It does help. No, and I love human beings too, but unfortunately, oh, okay. My hips flying up at the camera right when I said I love human beings definitely seems a bit sus, but that was not me. Anyway, um, no, I love human beings too, and I love sharing experience, and I feel like talking about negative experiences like mine, trauma, or just feelings, it helps not just myself, but it helps other people too. No, and I love that about that kind of interaction, Yukino. Like, I wish more people spread positivity rather than focusing on negativity. Hmm. I love having conversations. I can't promise I'm the most interesting person all the time, but I do love talking to people and sharing things. And I mean, like I said, for the last 3 days when I wasn't streaming, I was on Omegle just talking to people. And I thought about streaming Omegle, and then I went, there's a lot of risk involved in doing that. And also, I don't like the idea of broadcasting people without their knowledge. So, like, I'm sure most people would skip because they don't want to talk about personal matters on a stream. So, yeah. But, yeah. Thank you again, Cyber. That was very, very kind of you. You joined my Discord. If you ever want to talk, let me know. Yeah, I might do, like, small, like, again, if the community actually starts becoming active, I might do, like, movie nights or something. Or, like, just little things to kind of pass some time in between streams. I feel like that would be a good idea. I don't know. I don't know what people like watching, though. I watch Taskmaster too much. I would make everyone watch Taskmaster with me, probably. As horrible as that show might be for some people. But, I don't know. No, yeah. I'd be happy to have conversation, too. And yeah, if anyone else isn't aware, I do have a Discord server for my stream, and I do post on it when I go live. And you're free to mute it if you end up joining it. But, if you want to know when I go live, you can definitely comment there, and I will hydrate. I see that. Give me 2 seconds. Um, um, sorry, I'm trying to do multiple things at the same time. Uh, and in case it's not obvious, I will say some other obvious things, which is, um, I am trans, for those of you who are new. I don't force people to, you know, adhere to my pronouns at least because I understand, but obviously be respectful towards other people's. Um, that says a lot about how I view myself and how little I regard my own feelings, I guess, but it's just how I am. I would much rather other people be comfortable than worry about my comfort, so it's stupid, but feel free to, disagree with me, it's okay. Um, But yeah, I go by Illy or Ilwak or Willow. You guys are all welcome to call me whatever is most comfortable. And yeah, I I am always happy to talk about almost any topic. Things occasionally, depending on the type of people who swing by, do go a bit in the sus category. I don't go too graphic, but I don't mind playing along with the joke. There have been occasional voice redeems, because I do have a voice redeem on this channel, which go into that gray area where it's a little bit too. It's very cringe, okay? It's very cringe. But I have done like the vocal training on stream, where this is like light vocal training. That's very kind of you to say, Yukino. Um, I'll do this now in case it comes up later, because it's not very often that it's redeemed for me to do the voice thing. So Rory, I do think you should cover your ears for the cringe. Um, I don't even know if I could do it well right now, but like, it's getting all ASMR-y, and this mic isn't great for it, so bear with me, but like, normally it's get close to the mic and be like extra weird. And someone once redeemed last time, and they keep redeeming it. It's like they want a yandere mommy, so it's just like the typical shit of like, you're not gonna leave, right? You're gonna stay here on my stream with me, and you're gonna keep me company, aren't you? Because otherwise, I'm going to have to find out where you've been. I'm so sorry that you came back to that, Rory. I am so, so sorry. I was demonstrating something awful, and now I feel embarrassed. So, my bad. How do VR chat streams work? In which regard? Um, Normally in VR chat streams, this is not a slight on anyone. I am not making fun of people, but this is typically what you get when you go to a VR chat stream. Okay, I will do. It depends. Some people are mute, and some people are very bouncy, and they'll look at camera, and then they'll be like very wiggly, and obviously the camera will be pointed down a little bit, and they'll usually be bustier, so it's very like obvious what they're accentuating. And then like lots of times it's lots of hip rolls, lots of camera angles that go very suggestive. And shit like this. So basically it's that with music in the background. And the wiggle streamers, yeah, and that's perfectly valid. Like I know lots some of my best friends do this as their pastime as well as make money doing it. So I will tell you again, there is zero judgment here. So that was my best impression of it though. I'm not a very good wiggler. My body just doesn't move like that very well because I am old. So I just kind of sit here and I just chat. Those are typically mutes who do that though. Well, no, Rory, because again, you can do VR chat streams too, Rory, by just being a yapper. Because I'll tell you right now, because I know you, and this isn't to be like weird, but specifically, there's a demographic with it. People like talking to the streamer sometimes, especially lonely dudes. And it's not a slight on anyone, but if they hear a girl's voice, Twitch will, like, you will attract a lot of viewers because they will come by initially just because cute avatar, and people go where the numbers are, right? But because you have a pretty voice and you are a woman, they will flock to you. And you can just yap, and they will have conversations with you. They're very sweet people. Again, I was just teasing when I said lonely dudes, but typically that's the joke. So again, no disrespect to anyone who is a guy. I'm just teasing, but there are definitely a category of them though that are a bit weird. And those ones are a bit iffy for me. Because I have seen some I have seen some. Like, I was watching my friend stream when they were smaller, and like, the amount of dudes who try to swing in to be like, call the streamer a good girl and shit like that. It's a bit much for me, right? This is a streamer you've never met before, or you've just like chatted with, and just inserting the good girl, good boy. It's a bit weird, you know? When the streamer does it, it's different because it's content. When you do it, it starts to push into that territory of unless you and that streamer have that kind of rapport and banter, it's a bit odd. But again, that's just my personal opinion. Just try to make friends is valid. I try to do the same. Yeah, no, it weirds me out a little bit when people go too far with it. But again, that's up to the streamer's discretion. So, like, if you guys came here and I don't know you, and then you came into my chat being like, she's been such a good girl for us today or something weird, like, I would be like, excuse me? Like, I'd stop everything I do just to look at chat and just be like, huh? The fuck you mean? Hey, baby girl, what's your VR chat? Let me hit you with, let me hit you with what that's supposed to sound like. Okay, so this is gonna be the voice reveal of my normal, like, mask voice, which you'll hear more of, like, normally, because sometimes I'm lazy. And this is a very weak femme voice, so I can admit that. But, I usually do voices for people as a joke, or just fun. So, like, impressions, or just silly stuff, like, I'll speak Japanese. こんにちは皆さん、これはウィルです。ウィロだろうね。私の名前はウィロだろう。ウィルじゃなくてウィロだ。そう。でも私の日本語は本当に上手だよね。日本語が喋ってますか？誰にも話しますか？マジ。Anyway, like that. Or then in this case, it's like reading Oni's message, which is like, hey baby girl, what's your VR chat? Let me join your world. I can keep you company. Shit like that's very cringe, but people are like push that on you when they don't know you. Yeah, no. Yeah, I love doing voices. Voices were my main passion. That's the entire reason I started streaming. I was like, hey, maybe I can build like voice acting through my stream, right? Like I can show people my voices and I can grow. You like singing, Yukino? Oh, hell yeah. I mean, there was another voice I could have done for that dude. The other voice is the Discord mod, which actually, you know what, fuck it. Let's just bust out the jokes for the second. Where is that model? Alright, you thought I was pretty before? Oh, why did the camera turn upside down?
Excuse me? Yo, what the fuck? This is some bullshit. Ah. Yo, what's up? Yo, hey, baby girl. What's your VR chat username? Uh, you gonna let me join your world or something?
That's what this is, so. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go something cute for the moment. I don't know why the camera turned upside down though, but yeah. I get told that, like, it's weird that people associate you so hardly with your avatar, but I guess it's because it's the only visual representation they have of you. So, like, the face the avatar is making affects how people perceive your emotions. So like if you're looking at people like I do, which I rest my hands like this is just my natural like resting position as I hold my controllers. And because of that, like this avatar for instance I think is really cute. But people are like, are you angry? And I'm like, no, why? Oh, and also for reference, like I was mentioning my like default like non-trans voice. Um, so this is me trying a bit right here. So this is like actually putting in an effort. Deskies can do this too. Remember, you just gotta hit Shift 1 through 8 or F1 through F8. But so this is like what my voice sounded like before I started doing anything like transitioning. So this is like, you know, I was told it very ASMR-y and like I help people fall asleep, especially back when I was doing GTA. So, yeah, this is just my normal voice. And I'm okay with this. Like, I actually don't mind speaking in my natural tone. The problem just comes from the fact that, like, you know, visually, it doesn't fully match. Like, I show my real face, you'll see, but I stream with my real face pretty often too, and I just sit and chat while I'm playing games. Sometimes I stream with an avatar. It just depends on my mood, you know? But the vocal training is where things really got interesting. So I do like the switch ups. The really fun one though. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet, Yukino. Oh yeah, Yukino. What kind of music do you sing? You mentioned singing, right? So what do you sing? I have a real face. I know it's crazy.
Hey, no way. This streamer has a face beyond the virtual one. This is what I look like IRL. I've got cat ears and boobs and a mini skirt with my sweater. Yeah, squeak squeaker squeak squeak.
Hey Peter, nice cock. Sorry. Anything like metal to sad emo stuff, you know, a lot. That's cool though. A lot of my metal singing friends can all do the scream, and they all like doing the like really like deep like roar. And what I found with a lot of metal singers though was most of them could do the Mongolian throat singing like I do it. I don't do metal singing. You wish you could do crazy voices, but your natural voice is perfect. So you know, pick one. Have a really pretty normal voice, or be weird like me. And also, I will say, like, women have a major debuff in that, like, you might be able to do voices. You might. The problem that comes with, um, like, being a woman is that you don't have a large range of characters that have distinct voices that are, like, interesting. Because women aren't meant to be characters most of the time. Most of the time, it's, like, pretty. I don't know. How does a normal voice be perfect? Example, Joe Swanson. His real name is Patrick Warburton. His voice is so iconic that he could play any character using his normal voice and be identified, and everyone loves it. Your normal voice is beautiful, so I can attest to it. I'm not weird. I'm awesome. No, you are.
No, you're beautiful.
Fucking Keanu Reeves. Oh, and I mentioned Mongolian throat singing, so I'll do like the best that I can do with it. Um, it's not gonna be perfect, so bear in mind. But it's gonna be like, I really feel like it's gonna fuck up the moment I try to do it. Like my voice is gonna crack. It cracked. You know, like that. Sorry, that must be so irritating on your side. I'm so sorry. Yeah. My apologies. So, that's, That's like what I normally hear from like other like metal singers. And the closest thing to metal that I listen to is new metal, like, you know, Linkin Park, Atreyu, or not Atreyu. Atreyu's not it's not really metal. But yeah, no. I don't know, I find it all very interesting. Oh, I've listened to Slipknot. Yeah. But you might not like this, but one of my favorite renditions of a Slipknot song is a mashup. And I'm old, so maybe you don't know this one. But have you heard the mashup called Psychosocial Baby? No, of course. Tell your fiance I said hello, live long and prosper. I do the you know, finger thingy, but give your fiance all the best. Hopefully I can meet them sometime. You don't know? Alright, well, I know I've been doing this stream without music up until now, but I think I'm gonna play that real quick and let my stream get demonetized on YouTube. Lamau. Um, Give me just a moment. I'm sure YouTube will send me an email about it. Um, Alright, give me just another second. Alright, so this is what it sounds like, I think. Let me see if you guys can hear it. Just bear with it, here goes.
I did my time, and I want out. So if you say I'm fine, it doesn't cut. The soul is not so vibrant. The reckoning, the sickening, packaging subversion, pseudo-sacrosanct perversion. Go drill your deserts,
It's
go
so
dig your
goofy, I love it.
then fill your mouth with all the money you will save. Sinking
quarantine.
in, getting smaller again. I'm done, it has begun. I'm not the only one.
And the rain will kill us all. And throw ourselves against the wall. No one else can see the preservation of the martyr in me. Anyway, sorry about that. Anyway, that's that. And the rain will kill us all. Throw ourselves against the wall. No one else can see the preservation of the martyr in me. There's a great one too of Korn and Taylor Swift. That one's funny as fuck. Keep holding on and so Your favorite song by Slipknot is either Scissors or Iowa? I don't think I know all of them. I don't listen to them often. But the closest I get to listening to like metal nowadays is a band called Electric Callboy, also known as Eskimo Callboy, and they're lovely. I love their music. It's so funny and great at the same time. So if you've never listened to Electric Callboy, I highly, highly, highly recommend you give them a go. They're like techno and I don't know, metal and sometimes rap. It's all just perfectly mixed together and I just love it. Throw ourselves against the wall. No one else can see. Anyway, sorry, my singing also got mixed in with all this. Which is great, because now the VOD's gonna have me singing isolated. Yippee! God, I just realized it's also gonna be like me headbanging too. Just to nothing. I should have thought about that before I did it, but you know? I feel like the Hagrid meme, right? Where it's like, shouldn't have done that, should not have done that. I love music with a lot of emotion. No, that's valid. There's some like, well, it's just not metal, but like there's a lot of music that I listen to that's very emotional, and I love it. And those are the songs that make me cry. I will cry so much. I'm a very emotional person. I'm so emo. Uh, yeah, what can I say? My heart's like melting all the time. Yep. But, yeah, no. I'll go back to being a slime so I'm more unique and myself, you know? Oops. Yep. Hello, Nyashu. Long time no see. I hope you've been well. Change! Yeah, I hate that I'll make it for a split second when I loaded. That's a mistake. That's gotta be something I fix. Yo, what's good, blood? Oh, that hurts. I shouldn't say that again. Um, you've been horrible? I see. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope it gets better. And if you'd like to talk about it, you can. I can't promise to know exactly what's going on, right? But I do understand, you know, being horrible. I feel that. Been like that for 20 years. I see, I see. But still, I do hope it gets better, as difficult as that is in its own right, so. But nonetheless. No, I've just been here vibing. Been talking to the nice people who've come by, and they've been very sweet, and I can only ask for that, you know? Considering how I've been feeling, it's great. I appreciate y'all. Also, is everyone here just American with really bad sleep schedules, or are most of you European? I know, Nyasha, you're European. Oops, wrong way. No, you're fair. I don't like, you know, I don't like go out of my way to be extra about streaming. I only post on my Discord. Canadian. American. Got two America, one Australian, one European, one pseudo-European, I'm kidding. Canadian, Canadian. But, the maple syrup land. America's hat. Yeah, no, it happens, though. I mean, that's the internet, right? Like, VR chat itself is a mixed bag. And if it's this hour, you still have no fucking clue who you're gonna meet. You're either gonna meet Europeans who haven't slept yet, just woke up. There's gonna be Aussies who should be sleeping. There's gonna be Americans who definitely should be sleeping. It's everything. It just is everything. Woo! Hello, hips. Ah, jeez. I gotta get better about getting out of my head. I gotta find better ways to apply myself to my time and not feel quite so stupid. You know? 9 p.m. I can't give us a ciggy, a dog. I said it. Also, yeah, no. Uh, this is why I'm. Don't say it out loud. Never mind. This is where I struggle the most, is I don't know what to talk about sometimes, and I feel bad. It's like, oh, um, hi, I'm still here. Uh, I hope you're all having a nice night so far, and that you're enjoying your stay here. I I can stand up and wiggle, I guess, but I'm not a wiggler, you know? Ooh, favorite food is easy. I love Korean food, first and foremost, but Indian food, very close second. But like one food from each would be like samgyeopsal in Korea. It's so good. You know, or not just Korea, but just Korean food. That's pork belly wraps. So like some is like wrap, SSAM, but like you use lettuce, then you put rice down, and you put some doenjang, which is like fermented soybean paste, which is a lot like miso. You put that on there, just a little bit, and then you put you take the pork belly that's just been cooked on a grill, and you, oh my god, my windows are shaking from the wind. I can tell because my base station is shaking. That's crazy. Um, you dip the pork belly in sesame oil with salt and pepper. And you put that on top, you wrap it into a ball, you eat that in one bite, and then you do it again. It's so fucking good. Oh my god. Listen. You have to try Korean food at some point, Yuki. You have to. Highly recommend it. I always tell people, just try it at least once. So, I don't know what part of Canada you're in, but hopefully it's one of those like major city areas. Like I hear Vancouver is pretty open. I would normally tell you if you're close to the border, come over to the stateside and like go to one of the Korean restaurants there if you can find one, but I don't think it's particularly a good idea to come over stateside currently. Just realistically, it's not a very safe place to come visit. As unfortunate as that is. Okay. Is the place that's near your house a like Korean barbecue or just a Korean restaurant? Because it does change what I tell you to eat. I see, but if there's a Korean restaurant here, there's hope. So, do you know if it's a restaurant or a barbecue spot? Barbecue. Then yeah, samgyeopsal all day. Try samgyeopsal. If they don't have lettuce wraps to go with it, that's very unfortunate. Um, that's like the best way to eat it though. And they definitely have to give you sesame oil and salt and pepper because pork belly with sesame oil and salt at least still tastes good. But the wrap is the experience that I love. So there's a good chance they don't have the wraps there though, because most popular or most like Korean barbecue spots just don't bother. But see if you can get it. The other thing I always tell people, very obvious Korean meat to try. Bulgogi. It's just Korean like beef, heavily marinated, very tasty. And the premium version of it is galbi, Galbi. That is short rib. Like they just cut the rib bones extra short, and then you have like the little square of meat, and it's so good. Hell yeah! That hopefully it's not too expensive though. Hopefully it's relatively cheap. What about you guys? What's your guys' favorite? Cyber, Nyashu, Oni, anyone who's listening, I suppose, what's your guys' favorite foods? What is your go-to? I don't need that open just in case it ends up playing. Ah shit, someone followed on Kick earlier and I missed it. My bad. Their name was Catch and Shoot, so I suppose past tense. Thanks for following Catch and Shoot, but my bad. Damn, I need to find a way to make OBS alert me for Kick notifications. And I will tell you now, streaming on Kick, definitely very hit, very miss. Not really, it's mostly miss. Oh yeah, they got like overshadowed by things that happened earlier. Shawarma, okay. Shawarma, I think I've had like the Greek version of it, which is a gyro, but I do like the shaved meats. They taste yummy. Shawarma wraps, basically. Meat off the spit. It's so good. But yeah, gyros are pretty much in my tops as well. I don't know though, I love cooking like new foods for people, not just for myself. And it's just fun. I like cooking. I like, you know, sharing food with others, basically, though. That's the main part of it. Being able to share food is like sharing an experience. And if I'm cooking something for people, um, yeah, I don't know. Like, cooking for others is just a joy for me. Because as someone who's like obsessed with the idea of like giving to others, like giving you a new experience, and it being something that I've done by hand, it's so personal. And it just feels so nice to share that with someone. And it doesn't have to be with a loved one, but just people in general. But yeah. You really like game meats, like elk, deer, bison, and stuff like that. Oh. Can't say I've ever tried any of those, but I heard bison's really good actually, like better than beef. It's curious. Does that mean you're a hunter? I imagine if you're that from like a part of Canada like that, you definitely would be like, more in the woods and stuff. I love the idea of using a bow and arrow. I would actually really like the idea to go to an archery range sometime and just give it a try. Go. See how it goes. But I don't want to use a fancy bow. I do not want a cheat bow. I don't want one of those bows that are like 20 different gear shafts, like all these bends and special things to make it so it's super easy. And then it's got like a little aiming reticle, like why am I doing this? It's shooting itself. Like I was watching the Olympic shooter memes where it was just like the dude from Turkey, I think. And he's just like this with a regular gun and glasses and he just goes and he's doing great on the Olympics. Everyone else, super specialized goggle that's got like a zoom on it, a gun that's got all these little like doodads on it or something. I don't know. It's like, where's the fun in that? Oh, I see. Nonetheless, that's still really neat though. That sounds interesting, but I don't know if I could handle gamey meats because last time I tried meat that was gamey was deer, or not deer, with sheep or lamb, you know, lamb chops. Very gamey. Dear God, I could not eat it. It tasted very odd, and I just couldn't. I have a very sensitive nose, so I think that plays a part in trying gamey meats. But I'm always willing to. I'm terrified of the taste. I will try most foods, though. Oh, I thought the modern bows were easier to pull back, though, because, like, the assistance. It might depend on the bow type, right? But that's interesting. I would love to still try regardless, though. Like, the idea of it is really fun to me. But yeah, old bows definitely have, like, a beauty of, like, appeal to them. So that's where I'm drawn in. Get it? Drawn? Get it? Drawn? It's a pun. Alright, maybe that one won't fly. Get it? Fly. Okay, sorry. Too many bow jokes. Yeah, no. Alright. I'm stupid. Sorry. Excuse me. Where am I in my room? That's why I'm confused. My, my stream crashed quite a few times. I just joke when I say I'm stupid, but I do feel dumb for, like, how often I lose my train of thought. It's all connected. One way or another, it's connected. And I am a queen of self-deprecation. And I apologize for it. And I apologize too much. So yeah, hold me accountable if you're here often enough. I will do my best to not, like, nag myself. As much as I want to, I will try not to. It used to be worse though, I can tell you that. Back in the day, I would be like... Oops. Back in the day, I would, yeah, no, it's not great. I would actually openly be like, God, I look ugly right now. Like, I'd look in the mirror and be like, ugh, what is this? And then I'd be just disappointed in myself. It is not a good habit, so I try not to openly state negative things about myself as much as my brain wants to. As much as my brain is telling me, hey, you're awful. I do my best to keep that in here. And usually I'm pretty good about it. Usually I don't say these things out loud. I'm glad it feels safe. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the comfort of my presence if you are. And I hope that, yeah, just a place where people feel like they can come talk and, like, I can interact too. I'll do my best to be active outside of Discord. I do warn people in advance, like, especially just anyone who reaches out to me. I am bad about texting. A lot of times it's about self-worth, so, like, I don't feel like I have a lot to offer people, so I oftentimes will just, like, just quietly just read them, respond as best I can, and then if anyone wants to hang out, I'm usually just like, I'm just watching YouTube and playing a game right now, or I'll be sitting in a Discord call listening to other people talk if I'm really, like, feeling lonely. But I'll also sit in my Discord from now on, like here and there when I've got nothing else to do. And, you know, if you guys see me in Discord, feel free to join. I'll, you know, have a convo for a little bit. Again, though, I can't promise anything. Can't promise that you'll, like, enjoy the time. So, join at your own discretion. Join at your own discretion. Oi, that scared me. The door closed, I think. Oh yeah, my door actually closed from wind pressure. Like, my bedroom door was, like, cracked all this time. And the wind pressure from the outside is strong enough that actually the pressure in my room forced it shut. That's crazy. Ugh. And besides, what makes you think this is a safe place, huh? I am a very dangerous individual. I am cold, unfeeling, slime. I am goop. Alright. I am nothing but a ball of just phlegm. No, I like having chill vibes. And yes, my posture needed to be checked. I am much more adjusted. But yes, thank you again for keeping me company and for chatting with me. I do hope you guys have been enjoying your stay too. I hope that everyone's been feeling very calm and mellow. I like this avatar too. It was made by my friend Moonboo. The avatar was made by her and then I edited it to be a slime. Because, you know, I like slimes. I think they're cute and I think they're underutilized. I think people are too quick to go for like the obvious gooner stuff. But the idea of being a slime girl is cute to me. So, this is the route I went. And to me, this is happiness, you know? This is very calm, very cozy, nothing too exciting, just me. But yeah, if you're a VR chatter and you want to, like, buy it for yourself, then that's just Moonboo VR. Moonboo is awesome. They're one of my favorite people. And absolute sweetheart. Like, they've been nothing but just wonderful since I've met them. And I met them before they started streaming, because I'm cool like that. But no, really. Like, I miss hanging out with them, but I know they're busy, so... It's just kind of how things go, isn't it? Just people get busy. So we just gotta see them when we can. But, yeah, I do say again, when you guys come by when I'm normally streaming, if, I try to do it every day when I'm not being lazy. What you're probably gonna get more often than not is me just playing a desktop game, and you'll probably just see me, hello Bear2770. Say hi. Hopefully you're doing well. Mm, I see, I see. That's cool. I used to go to Trans Academy with some friends, so I feel it. Um, and yeah, Bear, it's been a while. I was supposed to join Hershey Bar's birthday thing later on, but I've been lazy. Um, yeah. No, I've not been lazy. I've just been streaming. So yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, yeah, yeah. Mm. Now here's a problem. I don't know if I should get food. I should. The answer is yes. The problem is, I bought a bunch of frozen dinners because my car was getting worked on for a week. So I needed to have food in advance, and I'm lazy. So I bought frozen food. I like cooking for other people. I fucking hate cooking for myself, okay? Just brutal honesty. If I'm cooking for me, I don't want to do it. It's so much more effort, right? It means I have to, like, clean, and I have to commit time to being in the kitchen and just cooking. If it's for someone else, none of that matters. I love to do it. I will cook for anyone. But you're asking me to cook for just me? I would much rather go out and buy a like $5 combo meal somewhere. But anyway, I bought a bunch of frozen dinners. I still have said frozen dinners. The problem I'm having with that is that I bought a bunch of like these Swedish meatballs and noodles. That's all they were on sale, 4 for $10, so $2.50 each. And I was like, okay, I can do that. You know, Swedish meatballs taste nice last time I had them, and they taste fine. A little on the sour side because I think they use a lot of like sour cream. But overall, not bad. Stovers, you know, I like Stovers. Whatever, their lasagna tastes good. The problem is, there is gotta be garlic or onion in it because my stomach is in knots after I eat it, and I'm slightly allergic to onions and garlic. So, that's my current issue. It's like, I have this food that will make it so my stomach hurts. It tastes okay, but it will make my stomach hurt, for sure. Like, I will, without a doubt, have a tummy ache. And it's like, I don't do delivery. I refuse to do delivery. I will go out and buy food in person every time. Oh, I wanted to share this earlier. I forgot. This is TMI, okay? But heads up. Not really that bad, but I went out earlier and got myself something to eat for dinner, a chicken sandwich from McDonald's because it's in the same parking lot as my pharmacy. So I went to the pharmacy. It's a drive-through pharmacy too. So I'm like, cool. I'll eat my food while I wait. Line is long. Takes over an hour to get there. But we're there. I ate the food and I realize when I'm like second to last person, or second to the next person, I mean, second in line, I have to poop. Like, the feeling had just been building, and now I'm sitting here waiting, and just like, I have to go to the bathroom. So I even posted it on Twitter because I was like, so, long story short, I shit myself. No, I'm kidding. Long story short, though, I get to the front. I tell them who I am, what I'm there for. They go, okay, here is your prescription. And then I said, thank you. And then I go, wait a minute, something's missing. And they go, oh, yeah, we don't have your syringes for your thing. We only have the needles. The needles and the vial. So that means I have the hormones. And I have the needles to draw the hormones. But that's it. So that made me mad. Because I was like, well, damn. What do I do? Thanks for the follow, Mongol. I hope you're having a good night. I don't know what that emote is. Let me see. Oh, it loaded. There it is. How cute. How's your night going, Mongol? I'm also streaming on Twitch, so a lot of the conversation is split between two places, but I don't mind. I will just, read out the message most of the time. But yeah, how are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. You're just chilling? Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, I know Lichberry. I know that emote. I do know Lichberry. Haven't spoken to them in over like 2 years, but they were chill. Back when I knew Lichbait, they were banned on Twitch. Wait, how do I do this properly? Wait, interacting with screen, so much work. Yeah, here in the States we have drive-through pharmacies. Convenient, but also slow. Because you're not really waiting there behind the person in front of you. You're waiting behind not only the people in front of you, but the people who are inside the building. So it's like 2 queues going at the same time, with only a few pharmacists able to help either. So they alternate. They go 1 person in drive-through, 1 person in line, 1 person in drive-through, 1 person in line. They go back and forth, over and over. And yeah, so it just works. Discord notification. Wait a minute, someone new joined my Discord, and I don't recognize them. We'll see though. I'm very cautious when I see people join my Discord if they're not in chat. So I'm immediately like, uh-oh. This person's probably going to be a art seller. The slimes stay in water. When I melt. Yeah, no, look, I can go in this water right here behind me. See? It's safe. I'm like, water insoluble. I don't dissolve in water. This water hurts my eyes just a little bit, but yeah. The illusion is written. What do you mean? There are slimes that exist in water. Literally. What do you mean that it's ruined? There's no illusion here. I just showed you that it works. My body composition is stronger than the water's. Oil doesn't like dissolve in water. Think about that. You can blend me into the water, I suppose, but you'd have to cut me up into like, in a blender. Oh, someone in chat on Twitch side says there are Genshin, or there are in Genshin a lot of slimes in water. Checkmate. Sunra, thank you for the follow. Hopefully you're also having a good night. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, what am I made of? I'm made of me. I'm made of slime, you see. I don't know how to define my body composition. Like, if I ask you what you're made of, what are you made of? Hmm? I can't see your form. All I see is data on my screen. I see text. You would not survive in water either. You would turn into an electrical shock. Checkmate. Hmm? Hmm? Do tell me. What do you become in water? I'm waiting. Hmm? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. You don't exist. You're an AI, surely. Aren't we all AI? You know, I already did voices earlier, but I'm gonna do them again because you guys weren't here earlier. I knew what you meant. You don't have to correct exist. It's all good. Um, Typos just prove you're human, right? That's gonna be scary. Let me just get that out of the way. When AI figures out how to, like, accurately type like a person and not an AI, that's when things are gonna get fucking annoying. Because it's already hard enough to tell. But, like, when I see perfect grammar in a post, I immediately assume that there is going to be a weird, like, if I see perfect grammar, I'm already thinking you either fed your comment into ChatGPT or it is just straight up an AI. Like, there's just no in between. Yeah. Alright, so the thing I normally do when new people show up is I just quickly warn them, yes, hello, my name is Illy, or Willow. You can call me Ilwak, whatever's comfortable for you. I am indeed trans. So if you hear my voice get lower because I'm getting lazy, this is like where my voice might rest. So it is going to like shift more and more as I talk. And this is how you know I'm using a voice changer, because my voice is constantly changing. And then if it doesn't change, I'm clearly clicking buttons. No, I'm kidding. This is not a voice changer. This is just my voice switching back and forth. But anyway, I like doing voices for people. So, you know, to me it's no big deal. There's no gender dysphoria related to that. I would like to sound prettier, but alas, what can you do? Um, I am very open to questions, so if you guys who are new have any questions for me, I will do my best to answer them. I see also, Sunra, you're on the Twitch side too. Oh, my bad, my bad. I was like thinking you're only on the, is that Twitch? That is Twitch. Wait, Sunra, you're in both chats? You know what's weird? I do recognize your username. It's been a while, but yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I was like, wait a minute, I do recognize that. And then I just realized, oh, yeah, 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 you were there for all the fucking games. Um, for fucking, Fall Guys. We gotta do Fall Guys again sometime. Can I do the TF2 bonk sound? No, I can't. I cannot.
I can do Bob from Bob's Burgers, talk about Tina and my family. Lynn left me and she took the kids and the restaurant. And so it's Lynn's Burgers, which has no alliteration. So now I just work a street like hot dog pushy cart. Yeah. Sometimes Tina comes and helps, She watches the hot dogs as they roll.
I really like watching hot dogs rolling on a cart because it reminds me of other things. So yeah, there's that too. Hello, Lexi. I love you, Lexi. You are a wonderful person, and I think that you are super cool. One of the best people I've met in VR chat. Absolutely amazing human being. Always the sweetest. I remember back in the day when you were afraid to be a talker. For shame. One of the best, yeah. You're among the top people I've met in VR chat because you are always so consistently just you. Because you've never come across as fake. Well, I mean, that's just it. Like, most people don't like honesty. Like, I will say, yeah, you can be blunt. I've seen you be rude, like, to people, but only when they're rude to you first. You give what you get. Like, I can respect that. You've been nothing but sweet to me, so, like, why would I think you're the worst? Why would I think you're hateful and mean? But yeah, no. Ah, jeez. You know what's really amazing, guys? I've been live on Kick all night, and I haven't gotten one transphobe yet. Not one transphobe. Listen, I was desperate for some human interaction because I've been feeling lonely, so I have been doing Omegle. Some of you who aren't here at the beginning of the stream don't know about this, so I'll just go over a little bit of it. Literally, whenever I've been like on the Omegle app thing, it's called Mingle or something. You have to watch out for people, you know, in their room. Usually their camera's pointed up at the ceiling or like a super close up of their chin, and then they like try to switch camera at the last second to show you that whoa, you know. Um. Anyway, that's beside the point. Oftentimes, when I'm on there, they immediately like say to me like they'll look at me funny because I will be just wearing like my tank top, like a girl, like a femme tank top, and like they'll be like, "Are you a guy or a girl?" Like just staring at the screen, very concerned for a moment, because they're worried that they're, you know, going to be like speaking to someone who doesn't fit the gender norms. But in reality, they're just more worried like if they're being tricked. That's what they're thinking. Their mindset is telling them that the person who is ambiguous in their gender, slightly like, you know, somewhere in the middle, must be a man trying to trick people into thinking he's a woman. So when I speak, they go, "Oh, fuck, that's a dude!" And then they skip. And I'm like, whatever. Like, I take no offense to it because I don't care. Believe it or not, it's actually kind of gender affirming. If you have to ask me what my gender is, and you don't want to, that means I win. That means I won. And it's not like I'm using an avatar there. It's just me. Like, I've had another experience where the dude just literally goes like,
You look like a chick.
like that. That kind of cadence. And my response to him was just very politely, "Well, I am trans, so I mean, cool." And then he goes, "Well,"
I mean, like, an ugly one.
and it's just like, "You still think I look like a woman. I still win." And then he skipped because he got mad. So to me, it's just like, you're just feeding the ego, bro. You're just making me feel a little bit better. I mean, there's others where we're just like,
No, you could tell that's a man.
and I'm like, yeah, no, I know I have like a little gray band around my mouth. I can't top the fact that I've got light skin and dark hair. It's okay though. It's fine. I even tell people, you don't have to respect my pronouns. I really don't care. whatever you call me doesn't change how I feel inside, right? I still take my hormones. I still just exist. It's all the same. So, yeah. And speaking of like the transphobes in Kick, one of my first Kick streams when I just like was multi-streaming, they were in chat, and then they go, their username was literally trans women are men. And they were just, because I was talking to a few people in chat about like, yeah, like, I do keep this community like 18 plus, you know, we do talk about slightly adult topics. I understand, you know, like Twitch allows people of whatever age as long as there's no content, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, typically I do try to keep things at least mature. And the person that was like trans women or men, their immediate first comment was just like, and this is, mind you, what they were trying to do is compliment, which is weird. But they said, you know, at least you're one of the only LGBT people I've seen that don't want to interact with minors. And I was like, oh god, my first transphobe. And he was like, no, but I'm saying I agree with you. I was like, see, that's the problem. You're misunderstanding everything. Yes, I don't want to interact with minors, but you're making a very weird assumption about all people. You're painting with a very broad brush. And so, I don't know. I banned him, of course. And then, like, another one showed up. I don't remember what his username was, but it was something about, like, how pride is a mistake, like LGBT pride. And, his comment was, look, as long as you don't try to use the women's restroom, you're alright with me. I was like, yeah, no, I don't like using public bathrooms at all, so I don't use the men's or women's room. I just go home. Not because of any, like, law, but because bathrooms are gross. Every men's room I've ever been in has been just the most piss smell I've ever endured in my life. Also, good night, Alexis. And yes, thank you again, Cyberfox, for the gifted sub to Alexis. Yeah, it's a passive-aggressive blanket statement. And then, like, when I said the thing about not using the bathroom, they were like, yeah, you're one of the good ones. And I was like, God, that is such a red-pilled phrase. It is such a conservatively, like, closed-minded phrase that you're one of the good ones. It's like, it's a compliment served up with a lot of fucking hate behind it. But yes, bathrooms are disgusting. I feel like men and women's rooms are both disgusting. Not just the men room. I don't know though, I can't speak to it because I don't go in there very often. I've been in the women's room a few times in my life, and each time they were just a mess. Women don't take care of their bathroom either. They just don't piss on the floor as often. What do you call it? You know, should I even say it? Like, it feels fucked up, but it's a funny thing in my head, because, you know, I'm trans, like I say it, right? The only reason I could see people not wanting trans women in the bathroom, and be right, is there are still some that stand when they pee, obviously, right? So there's a chance that there's gonna be piss on the toilet seats in the women's room if you let trans women in there. Maybe that's the real fear. All jokes, but still funny to me. So apologies if that's offensive, but you know, I think it's a little bit funny. Just a little bit. Someone sent me a friend request. I don't want to accept it offhand. Because they are just a user. And I don't know who that is. Very strange one, too. Maybe it's someone in chat. And if it was you, speak up. But the reason why I'm hesitant to accept your friend request, whoever it is, Impulsive, is they are a part of a VR chat group called Laughing Coffin. To my knowledge, that group was full of gang monkeys. And I really don't mean this with any disrespect, but I don't associate with people who are in those kinds of groups. At least in VR chat. Because typically those are the people who know a lot about using clients, doxing people. Yeah. Hmm? Why'd you say sorry, Yukino? Is that you? And I mean this with, you've been very sweet, so if it's you, I'm sorry. I'm just letting you know, like, my typical stance on, like, from what I know about these people, and if I'm wrong about it, great. Gang monkey is a term used for people in VR chat who are script kiddies, basically. People known for intentionally crashing other users, doxing people, all sorts of just not great things. They are people who usually believe that they are superior to others. No, I agree with you then, yeah. Oh wait, does Crystal streamed on fucking Kick? I didn't know Crystal had emotes on Kick. That's crazy. But yeah, in VR chat terms, gang monkey is just a way of calling out people who love crashing people. Oh god, I'm getting a couple. Uh-oh. Someone might be trying to attack me or something. That's the second one I've gotten. Are y'all just like stream hopping and looking for people to add? Because I'm not going to accept. I'm sorry. I'd prefer to be left alone if you can help it. Thank you. Yeah, they even have like a lot of the typical things, so again, I'll leave it be and I will leave you alone and you leave me alone. Simple as that. Yeah, I know a lot of people who've gotten, like, made friends with those people because they seem nice at first, they're friendly. And then it turns out that they're a little bit too close to that line. No, you're good, Sunra. I don't typically, like, um, announce my presence on Kick, because I'm trying not to draw attention. Because, Kick do be a weird place. I've been told that Kick is the place where people who get banned from Twitch go. And I've seen it kind of in that, like, those few instances. Oh my god, sitting cross-legged feels so nice, and I'm so sorry I burped in your ears. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said anything about gang monkeys, because now they're all sending me friend requests. That's the third one. No, the second one. Why did it send me that notification twice? Oh, he got banned? I didn't know that. That's, unfortunate. Wait, what did Naughty get banned for? Sorry, I'm just rotating a little bit so it's easier to see my other, my, like, Discord overlay. Or not Discord, my, stream overlay shit. Damn. Okay. Yeah, he's always been nice to me, I guess, so I don't have any issues with Naughty. He and Peanut were great, and they also did their PRP with Bob. So, you know, I appreciated, like, them. Not gonna lie, I am a little bit paranoid right now. Like, I'm like, huh, am I gonna get harassed? I feel like I'm gonna get harassed. Because I just declined both of the friend requests and I sent another one, so then I blocked them, so hopefully they leave me alone. Damn. It do be like that sometimes, don't it? Oh well, keep an eye on things. Oh, let's just double check this too while I'm at it. Let's see. Nope, no idea. These are requests, or friend requests being sent through VR chat. So now I'm just like keeping my eyes peeled for anything weird. And who knows, maybe they're just doing this randomly. Maybe they're not in chat trying to be like stream snipey and weird. Hell, they could be someone else's friend trying to harass me because they're mad at me or something. Who knows? It all could be possible. And because it could be possible, I'm just gonna keep an eye on things. You never know, you might make an enemy. But yeah, otherwise, VR chat or a Omegle or whatever, talking to strangers, you know, I do find joy in it. I do find an interest in being able to spread some kind of like awareness or positivity where someone might be not so. And I've had a few instances where people have had conversations with me where they're talking about how they've been feeling less than happy at the moment. And I try to be that like source of like, okay, well, would you like to talk about it? Do you want to go over like why you feel the way you do? What's been happening to you that makes you feel unhappy? And they're usually pretty receptive, and then they talk for a while, and even if it's not something I fully like understand for them, or it's not a big deal in my mind, if they feel better, I feel better, you know? Being able to help others is definitely like a big thing in my mind. Spreading kindness. Huh. Oh, they must be watching stream because I just checked their profile one more time and they hid the laughing coffin one. That's crazy. So yeah, they're like chat hopping. and looking for streamers. That's actually crazy. Very interesting. Me too. But yeah, because of that, I'm like looking through and making sure there's no like weirdos to chats. So now I'm just like checking things. I think we're safe for now. They haven't sent me any more friend requests, thankfully. But, you know, hopefully they leave me alone. I mean, no harm, and I have no interest in being involved in anything, so. Can only hope. I'm just some trans person who wants to be left alone. I am still eyeballing that account on Discord, though. Like, someone joined the Discord who has never spoken in chat, and I don't know who they are. So... I don't know. The person who joined the Discord just now was Sora Momea, or Soraka Momea, but their name is Sora. So Sora, if you're here in chat, I apologize if that seems rude, but I do worry that you might be, like, associated to the weirdos. Or, you know, that group. So, if you aren't, you know, and you want to make yourself known, great. If you'd rather not make yourself known, I might, well, I guess I'll just watch your activity in the Discord. So yeah. I don't know. Let me just spin back this way a little bit again. But yeah, no, I have a very firm rule of like, I will not add someone on VR chat unless I've had an actual conversation with them. And if they're, you know, I try to meet people with kindness, okay? So there are things in VR chat that like I just don't vibe with, but I can respect and leave it alone. And usually the answer to that is I don't like the types that are too deep in the game, I suppose. People who claim to have DID is a great example. I'm sorry if you have DID, you know I can respect you, that you have a condition, and I do have my doubts about whether it's real or not, because I know it's a real condition in the world. However, the amount of VR chatters claiming to have 18 alters, 10 alters, 5 alters, and all this, like, complicated stuff around them. DID. Dissociative Identity Disorder. And again, some people might have it. Cool. But the amount of people in VR chat claiming to have it, way too many. And, yeah, no, like, I question you a little bit. Just a little bit. And so I don't typically friend them. Even if they send me a friend request, usually I'll just ignore it because, like, I'm not equipped to handle that situation. And people who typically have that condition are very unstable. Not all, but some. And they are kind of an emotional sink after a while, based on the fact that, like, because I'm too focused on other people's, like, condition. If someone's, like, struggling, upset, hurting around me, I will kind of, like, be drawn towards it like a moth to a flame. And I will waste my energy trying to comfort. And I know it's not a waste to comfort someone else, but with the idea, it's like, it's a never ending, like, job. I'm just not equipped for it. It doesn't mean that this person shouldn't have friends, but that friend just probably should not be me. And I won't argue with them about whether or not their condition's real. Just like I don't argue with people in VR chat who say that they're a, what do you call it? A medical mute. Someone who has a medical condition that makes them unable to speak. That might be true. That might not be true. I've seen plenty of bad actors using that as an excuse to pretend to be a woman. And I say that not saying that they're trans, but specifically that they're just pretending in general as a man to be a woman. Very weird behavior. Not really something I agree with. So, I don't. So yeah. That is just how that goes. I mean, so do I. My voice is pretty shit. My voice needs work. My voice needs a lot of work. Sorry, my brain's still all over the place. Not even just because of that situation, but just in general. It's certainly just my brain. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know. Anything else been interesting going on for you guys? You find my voice soft and comforting? Well, I'm glad to hear that. I don't personally, but that's, who doesn't hate their own voice in this world? Butter chicken sausages. Huh? What do you mean, butter chicken sausages? What are you talking about? I see. That sounds nice on paper. Like, butter chicken sausages sound yummy. Like, I just realized the people who tried to add me were probably from Kick. That's very likely. Like, I can't check Kick's, chat users. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I don't know where I'm supposed to go to do that. In, Twitch side, I know how to do it. It's all good, though. That's weird. Why can't you see the users list? Like, what the fuck? Then how do you know if they're, bots and shit? Like, huh? I don't know. That shit's weird to me. Changing avatars. Blah, 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 blah. Why did I... I'm so small. You know what? Fuck it. The camera's coming down here with me. Alright, so... Yeah. I think this avatar is pretty cute too, though. I might start using it more if I edit it properly. Like, yeah. I don't know, dude. But, on the bright side, I streamed for 5 hours. And, you know, I survived it. I had my moments. I may have almost cried at one point or another. But, overall, you know, it was like a decent stream. I had a nice conversation. I met some nice new people. Hopefully you guys can come back again soon. I think I'll end here. I think I'll figure out like something to eat because my stomach is a little bit empty. Yeah. I really appreciate you guys though for chatting with me. I know it's not the best time. Oops. I can't promise you that, you know, if you come by my stream often, that I'm gonna be the most entertaining. I can't promise you that if you try to get to know me, that I'm gonna be the most responsive, because sometimes I'm just in a very dark place and responding is difficult, or like making an effort to be friendly is difficult. So it's not usually gonna be a you problem, it's gonna be a me problem. So I do warn you in advance, because I've had people from chat try before, and I really do appreciate them for trying, but it's like, I struggle. So, I'm not the best person to be friends with, in my opinion, but I do try. A little bit. I'm just shit at it. I have very bad motivation control, so. But I do love the opportunity to get to know people, so I'll try to be in my own Discord from time to time if you guys would like to join me. And watch me watch stupid shows. Not watch me watch, but watch shows with me, like stupid ones. Because, you know, I live in the world of comedy to counteract negativity. Oh, welcome back, Cyber. You guys will both be definitely back. Well, thank you. Also, Cyber, someone said thank you earlier. I think they're not here anymore. I think they took off, but you did have someone thank you for the sub earlier, so it's good. Hydrate? I will hydrate the moment I get off stream. I struggle to want to end stream too, where I'm just like, if I end stream, will I actually put forth the effort to be back? The answer should be yes, and it should be very easy yes. But I'm just like, I feel so deflated for like a lot of the reasons I stated way earlier in the stream about my emotional state lately. So I'm trying to pull myself out of it and like find the energy, because I'm talking to strangers on fucking Omegle, that for fucking sake, to like kill time. So sitting here and talking to myself is probably better than sitting there trying to talk to strangers on Omegle, right? Logically, it should be. So I don't know. I hope you guys don't mind non-VR chat content though, because that is probably what's on the table for like the near future. And then I'll do like a VR stream like once a week. That's just my heads up to you. It'll still be me. It'll still be this like this avatar, but with none of the fist bones. But it won't be the most interesting in my opinion. And I won't be offended if you decide not to come back. And I also won't be offended if you decide to mute my announcement channel. Because yes, I do use @everyone. So, I'm just calling that out to you now. Yeah. So I do call that out in advance though, is that when I stream, all conversations are on board. You can talk to me about anything. When I'm off stream, if you want to talk about something privately, I'll do my best to listen. Like, you know? Yeah. Like I said, I might start doing like here and there, like voice chats in Discord. You guys don't have to unmute if you don't want to. You can be mute if you prefer. You can type in chat, whatever you want to do. But occasionally I might join in the Discord and just like play a game or something like, on the side. Like Slay the Spire or something, I don't know. But yeah, you guys have been absolutely so sweet to me tonight, and I'm glad that you guys found my stream, and I'm glad that I streamed today. So again, thank you for all of that. And yeah, I hope that I can continue to provide comfort as like a place, or here as a place for you guys, and hopefully I can continue to try to force myself to be consistent and grow this channel to not huge heights, because I doubt that'll ever happen, but, you know, a comfortable environment where people can talk instead of a chat that's being spammed by 300 emotes. Because I'm not a big fan of Twitch chat where it's just like nothing but KEKW, like spam, right? I don't like a chat that's constantly moving with just no substance. Occasional emotes, I get it. You're just like sending like a heart just to let me know you're there, right? I got you. But like, if let's say 200 people are all spamming, like I'm never gonna hit 200 again. My biggest streaming moments were like 40 to 50. But like, even then I always just try to reemphasize like, you know, let's keep chat like a conversation. Because to me, you're not just a number. You're not just a viewer. I try to remember everyone that I can. And this sounds sappy as like a way to kind of get you to stay here. I understand that might sound that way. But like, you're an actual person. And to me that's interesting, and that's more like valuable than just a number. So, you know, I appreciate good conversation. I do appreciate new viewpoints, and you know, it's just something that feels nice to share. So I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And yeah, I'll hopefully see you again soon. So join my Discord if you're not. Get pinged by me with an @everyone, and yeah. I'll see you all again next time. Good night, everybody. Drink water. Do your posture checks. Get a big stretch. Goodbye. Oh, wait. I saw that before I closed it. I will say hello, because I am obligated. Hello, Clover. Thank you for stopping by. And I'm so sorry that you stopped by right as I'm ending my stream. But I will be live again. Feel free to join my Discord. Yeah, I'm not a very, like, I don't VR chat stream very often, but you're free to come back anytime you want and join the conversation. I'm so sorry that you're joining right as I end. But I do hope you're having a wonderful morning, night, or evening, and that if your day was bad, that it gets better. I don't know what else to throw on top of that, but thank you so much for at least stopping by and saying hello. I do appreciate it. So with that, this time, I will say good night, and thank you again. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.